Hello everyone, my name is Tanya Kalaitzidis and I'm an Assistive Technology Specialist for the Media Accessibility Project, also known as MAP. In this video, I'll be going over the Accessibility Guideline for Microsoft Word documents. This guideline will provide best practices on increasing accessibility and can also serve as a checklist to assist you when creating Word documents. So we're going to start with how Word documents should be styled. When creating documents from scratch, it's always best to create them as simple as possible with little use of color. Otherwise, it can be distracting or even difficult to understand for those who have learning disabilities or any visual impairments. You want to ensure that color is not the only means of conveying information, as screen readers cannot automatically detect the color of the text. Also, users who are colorblind will not be able to perceive the information. Make sure to have sufficient color contrast between foreground text and background. Some users, especially those who have any visual impairments, will have a difficult time perceiving the information. You can use this color contrast checker created by WebAIM to ensure that there is sufficient color contrast in your documents. Make sure to use an accessible font or a font that is readable and legible. Examples of some accessible fonts are Arial, Times New Roman, Verdana, and Calibri. Avoid using text boxes in Microsoft Word documents. Screen readers won't be able to detect the text, making the content in them invisible. Provide full or expanded forms instead of using acronyms or abbreviations. Generally, screen readers don't recognize certain abbreviations and acronyms and won't read their expanded forms. When indenting, use Tab instead of pressing the spacebar. When pressing the spacebar a bunch of times, this would create blank spaces, and screen readers detect blank spaces. When screen reader users come across blank spaces, they might think that they're at the end of the document, so there's nothing else to be read, when that wouldn't be the case. Use heading styles to provide a proper structure for navigation. Screen reader users can jump from heading to heading and can detect what level each heading occupies in the hierarchy. Provide descriptive links for hyperlinks. When navigating a document, screen readers are able to skip from link to link without reading any of the surrounding text. If a clickable link only says "click here," screen reader users won't know where that link is going to. Also, URLs that were copied and pasted are too long and confusing for screen reader users to read. If your document has images, make sure to provide alternate text to describe the image. Screen readers will read out loud the description when coming across the image. If you're presenting data using tables, make sure to create them as simple as possible. It's best to avoid complex tables, but if they are needed, either divide them into multiple tables or provide alternate text. Using the built-in accessibility checker is a helpful tool in creating an accessible document. It will check for accessibility issues within your document and will show you a list of any errors, warnings, and tips and recommendations on how to fix the issues.